everyone. We are going to take some notes today on multiplying polynomials. So last week you learned about how to classify polynomials, how to write polynomials in standard form. You also learned how to state the degree of a monomial and the degree of a polynomial. So this week we're focusing on multiplying polynomials. Last week you learned how to add and subtract polynomials, which is very similar to just combining like terms. So hopefully that was easy for you. The trickiest part is just making sure to distribute that subtraction sign through. So today we are going to be using an area model to multiply polynomials, and this is kind of like training wheels. So I'd like for you to use the area model for as long as you need to, as long as you're getting the correct answers. It will help you just stay organized. But if you find that you don't need to be drawing the picture in order to arrive at the correct answer, then it's fine if you're not using this model. But I'm going to use it throughout your notes today. So what you will need for your materials today is paper or a notebook, whatever you are taking notes with at home to stay organized. Take that out, pencil, and then a calculator. You just need a regular calculator. We're just doing some multiplication and some addition and subtraction. You might not even need a calculator for this. We're not doing any graphing, so you do not need your graphing calculator. So if you do not have those materials with you right now, pause this video and go and gather those materials and press play when you have everything ready. So I'm going to be giving notes to you just like we would in class. So anytime that I'm writing something down, you should be writing something down. Here we go. So we are going to be multiplying polynomials today. So you need to have your paper out and you can label it just like I did. This is from Chapter 7, Section 3 in our book, in case you want to go back and reference anything or look for more examples. And again, our section is called Multiplying Polynomials. So we are going to get started with example 1. So we are going to multiply these two binomials. So we have x plus 2 times the quantity x plus 5. So this is the method that I'm going to show you in order to multiply. And it is called using an area model to multiply these two binomials. So it's just a quick rectangle that you're going to draw. And you'll split it into sections like this, okay? And our first binomial, we are just going to write that across the top. So x plus 2. And then our second binomial, we're going to write across the side. So x and then plus 5. So I write the operation right next to the constant just in case, so I can keep my signs straight. Okay, so now this is called an area model because we are going to go ahead and find the area of each individual rectangle, and then we're going to add them all together in order to find the total area. So we are saying that this top binomial would be like the length of this rectangle, and the side binomial here that we wrote would be like the width of the rectangle. So we'll start by multiplying x times x. So that would be x squared. Then we are going to go ahead and go across and we'll multiply x times 2. So that's 2x. We'll go down here. 5 times x is 5x. And finally, 5 times 2 is 10. So next, I take all the pieces that are inside the rectangle and I'm going to write them over here. Okay, so off to the side here, I just wrote out, I'm writing out everything that is inside that I wrote in purple. So I have x squared plus 2x plus 5x plus 10. And now I can go ahead and combine like terms. So I notice that this 2x can combine with a 5x. So my final answer is going to be an x squared plus 7x plus 10. So I started with these two binomials, I multiply them together, and my final answer is down here, x squared plus 7x plus 10. All right, let's try another one together. So this is example 2, and this time we're going to do x plus 3 times the quantity x minus 4. And we're going to do the same area model setup. So again, this does not have to be anything pretty. It is just a sketch to kind of help you stay organized. It should not be something that is taking you a long time to draw. So I'm going to take my first binomial, I'm going to write it across the top, x plus 3. Take my second binomial and write it along the side. Now, we know that you can multiply in any order. So I could write the x plus 3 along the side and the x minus 4 across the top. It does not matter. Do whichever one you want. But notice that I put the subtraction sign with this 4 because I need to remember when I'm multiplying in here that this is a negative 4 that I'm multiplying. So you need to be careful with signs. Okay, so now I'm just going to multiply all the pieces together. So x times x is an x squared. X times 3 is 3x. Negative 4 times x is a negative 4x. Make sure that you're writing your signs. Negative 4 times 3 is a negative 12. So again, this is just helping me stay organized to make sure that I'm multiplying all the pieces together. This part right here is kind of like your training wheels, and you won't need to do this forever, but it does help you stay organized and help you get the right answer. So again, I'm going to write out everything on the inside. I'm just going to write it over to the side. So x squared plus 3x minus 4x minus 12. And now again, we can combine like terms. So this 3x minus 4x can combine together. And we get a final answer of x squared minus x minus 12. Okay, so we started with multiply these two binomials and we get this as our solution. Okay, so this is our final answer. Now we'll do one more example together and then I'll give you some to try on your own. So example 3, this time we're going to do 2x minus 3 times the quantity x plus 5. So what are you noticing between our first two examples and now this third example? You're right. This one we have a coefficient to our x, whereas in our other two examples we never had a coefficient. This does not change our setup at all. We're still going to use our area model to help us stay organized. So I'm going to sketch that out. Remember, you should be writing everything that I'm writing, following along. Pause at any time. If I'm going too fast, go back, look at it again. But here we go. So I'm going to take this first binomial and write it across the top. So 2x minus 3. And then my second binomial, I'll write over here, x plus 5. And now I go ahead and do my multiplication. So x times 2x is a 2x squared. And x times negative 3 is a negative 3x. 2x times 5 is 10x. And 5 times negative 3 is a negative 15. So after I've made sure I've done all my multiplication, then again, off to the side, I'll go ahead and write everything from the middle. So 2x squared minus 3x plus 10x minus 15. And again, I can combine my x terms together. So you might be noticing that you see them right here in this diagonal, that this diagonal here can get combined together. So maybe as you're practicing and you get better at this, you might not need to write out this step here. You might be able to recognize within your model what 10x minus 3x would be and just combine them together to write your final answer. So we are going to go ahead and go to our final answer. So 2x squared plus 7x minus 15. So that is our final answer. Okay, I'm going to give some to you to try. So this is the you try section of our notes. And I'm going to give you 4 to try on your own, and then I'll share the answers. So let's do y plus 4 times y plus 1. Okay, another one to try is z minus 2 times z plus 6. And then also p plus 3 times p minus 8. And our fourth one for you to try on your own, r minus 5 times 2r minus 1. So go ahead and pause this video right now. Try these on your own. When you're ready, you have answers for all of these. Go ahead and press play, and then you'll hear what the correct answers are. So pause now, try these on your own. Okay, I am going to not go through the area models for these U-tries. I'm just going to write the answers. And if you're not sure how I got to those answers, you can go back and look at the examples, or you can always pop into my office hours or send me an email with a question. So for our first one, we should get y squared plus 5y plus 4. Our second one is z squared plus 4z minus 12. Our third one is p squared minus 5p minus 24. And our fourth one is 2r squared minus 11r plus 5. Okay, so I have gotten to the bottom of my paper, so I'm going to need a new sheet of paper. You should go ahead and get a new sheet if you need one as well. We are going to go over kind of one more example together, and then I'll give you 2 to try on your own. So this will be our example 4, and this is x plus 5 times the quantity x squared minus 3x minus 2. So you will notice that there are a lot of things different with this question than the last 3 examples we did. So one, I'm multiplying a binomial by a trinomial. So the good thing about the area model is that it's easy to extend to binomial times a trinomial. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my model. And again, this does not have to be anything beautiful. I'm going to put my binomial, let me finish this. I'm going to put the binomial on the side here just because of how I drew this area model, but it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to put the x plus 5 over here, and across the top I'll have my x squared minus 3x minus 2. So again, I'm just splitting up the terms. So instead of having 2 terms, I have 3 terms across the top. And now I multiply just like I was doing before with my binomials. So x times x squared is x cubed. And then x times negative 3x is a negative 3x squared. So remember your exponent rules, right? An x times an x is an x squared. And the last one across the top, x times negative 2 is negative 2x. And now I'm going to do my bottom row here. 5 times x squared, 5x squared. 5 times negative 3x, negative 15x. And 5 times negative 2, negative 10. And since I'm kind of running low on space over here, I'm going to go ahead and continue down below. So writing out all the pieces from what I just multiplied. Minus 10. So now I have a little bit more combining to do than I had to do before. So I see that this negative 3x squared can combine with a 5x squared. And then I also notice that this negative 2x can combine with a negative 15x. So now let's go on to combining those together so I can get my final answer. So I have an x cubed, nothing combines with that. Next, I'm going to look at my x squared terms. Remember, with polynomials, we always want to be writing our final answer in standard form. So I'm always looking at the degree of the exponent so that I can write in standard form. So I have a negative 3x negative 3x squared plus 5x squared. So that's plus 2x squared. And then I have a negative 2x minus 15x, so minus 17x. And then finally my constant minus 10. So notice that when I multiply a binomial by a trinomial, I'm ending up with 4 terms. It won't always be like this, but most likely you'll end up with 4 terms as long as nothing kind of cancels out as you're combining terms together. Okay, next I'm going to give you 2 problems to try on your own. So this is the you try section. And the first one is x plus 1 times the quantity x squared plus 5x plus 8. And the second one is n minus 3 times the quantity n squared minus 2n plus 4. So just like before, pause the video now, try these 2 on your own, use the example to help you out, and when you have 2 answers, then go ahead and press play and I'll reveal the answers to you. So hopefully you've tried them on your own. Here we go. Our example, or our number 1, the answer is x to the 3rd power plus 6x squared plus 13x plus 8. And the answer to our second you try is n cubed minus 5n squared plus 10n minus 12. So go back and watch example 4 if you weren't quite sure how to get those answers. You can always reach out to me during office hours or send me an email. I'm happy to help. But please just let me know how you're doing with multiplying polynomials. That's it for today.